The early morning sun cast golden rays over the sprawling apple orchards. The air was crisp, carrying the sweet scent of ripe apples ready to be picked. But beneath the peaceful hum of the harvest, something wasn't quite right. Monkey Sonny, known for his boundless energy and adventurous spirit, swung his legs over the edge of his tractor, his face full of excitement. He had been waiting for this moment, the apple harvest, every year. It was the culmination of months of hard work, and the market was counting on the bounty he was about to deliver. Seizing as the tractor rumbled to life, a strange feeling nagged at him. The apples in the crates were fewer than expected. His sharp eyes scanned the orchard, catching glimpses of missing fruits scattered across the ground, as if plucked too quickly in the night. The thief was already at work. "I've got to catch him," Sonny muttered under his breath, determination settling in his chest. He didn't just want the apples, he needed to protect his farm. His livelihood, his family's pride, was all tied to this harvest. But the thief had to be stopped. With a deep breath, he pushed the throttle of the tractor forward, his hands gripping the wheel tighter than ever. The chase had begun. Sonny's tractor hummed as he sped across the orchard, his eyes darting from tree to tree. He'd been through these fields countless times, and something felt off. As he passed row after row of apple trees, a strange silence lingered in the air. No birds, no insects, just the sound of his tractor and the rustle of leaves. Then he saw it. A broken branch bent and snapped. It was the kind of break that only came from someone in a hurry. Sonny slowed the tractor, carefully observing the path before him. Another broken branch, and then another. It was a trail, and it led into the deeper parts of the orchard where the trees were older, their trunks twisted and gnarled.
Ted, this isn't just about stealing apples,
Sonny thought, a chill creeping up his spine. Whoever's doing this, they're covering their tracks. It's like they're hiding or running from something. He squinted into the distance, his heart pounding. The thief wasn't just trying to take fruit, they were trying to escape undetected. Sonny's mind raced. Why would anyone risk so much for a handful of apples? Something didn't add up. But he couldn't stop now. He had to find the thief before the farm lost everything. Sonny's tractor bumped along the uneven trail, the wheels struggling to grip the muddy path that seemed to grow more treacherous with each passing minute. As he ventured deeper into the orchard, the trees grew taller and closer together. The sunlight barely filtered through the thick canopy above, casting long, eerie shadows on the ground. He took a sharp turn, following the broken branches, and suddenly came to a halt. There, nestled between two towering trees, was a secret grove. It was nearly hidden from view, the thick branches of the trees acting like guardians, keeping the area untouched for years. Sonny's heart raced as he stepped off the tractor. His senses were on high alert. This was no ordinary hideout. It was a place meant to stay hidden, a secret location for someone who didn't want to be found. He moved closer, his breath shallow. And then he saw it. A pile of apples, more than he had ever seen in one place, stacked high in the center of the grove, as if someone had been hoarding them. His stomach churned. It wasn't just one thief, it was a well-planned operation. But the real shock came when he noticed the footprints, distinct, animal-like prints leading away from the pile. Sonny froze, his mind reeling. The thief wasn't human. A flick of shock and disbelief, Sonny slowly backed away from the pile of stolen apples. The prints. They weren't the soft, human footprints he had imagined.
They were animal tracks.
Eased. Asbestos hit. Sonny's heart sank. There, in the dim light of the grove, he saw a flash of fur. It was quick, darting behind a nearby tree, but it was enough for him to recognize the familiar shape. Elasticity! Lily! He gasped, rushing toward the spot. Lily, the farm's beloved dog, peeked out from behind the tree, her eyes wide and filled with fear. In her mouth, she held an apple, its bright red skin glistening. Sunny's heart sank. The dog, his dog, had been the one stealing the apples. His mind struggled to make sense of it. Lily wasn't a thief. She was loyal, friendly. How could she have done this? "Lily, what's going on?" Sunny whispered, crouching down to her level. "Why?" The dog dropped the apple and whimpered. Sunny's eyes softened as he realized the truth. There was no malice in her eyes, only desperation. She had been stealing to help someone in need. Lily whimpered again, stepping closer to Sunny and nudging her nose against his hand. He gently stroked her fur, his heart aching. The puzzle pieces were starting to fit, but the story wasn't one of betrayal. Slowly, he stood up and scanned the grove once more. And there, hidden in the far corner, he saw something, or rather, someone. A frail, elderly woman, hunched over, trembling from the cold, her clothes ragged and worn. "Ma'am?" Sunny called out softly, stepping forward cautiously. The woman looked up, her eyes filled with shame. I didn't mean to cause trouble," she said, her voice raspy. "But I had no choice." Sunny's mind raced. "What do you mean?" She explained that she had once been a farmer in the area, but after losing her crops to a bad season and her house to a storm, she had nowhere to turn. She had no family, no help. In her desperation, she started taking the apples, hoping no one would notice. Lily had been bringing the apples to her, helping her survive, but in the process, she had unknowingly caused the farm to lose its harvest. Sunny's anger melted away, replaced by compassion. "You should have asked for help," he said, kneeling down to her level. The woman's eyes filled with tears. "I didn't want to be a burden. I thought I could do it on my own, but it was too much. I couldn't live with myself, but I couldn't stop either. Please, don't tell anyone." Sunny stared at her for a long moment, his heart torn. He could feel the weight of the situation. His family's farm was at risk. But this woman, broken and lost, had been doing what she thought was necessary to survive. After a deep breath, Sunny made his decision. "I won't tell anyone," he said, his voice steady. "But you need to make things right." Seizing into his pocket and pulled out his spare keys. "I'll help you, but you need to promise me something. You'll never steal again. If you need help, you ask. I'm not leaving you alone." The woman nodded, tears streaming down her face. "Thank you. Thank you so much." Day check was, and with Sunny's help, the woman began to rebuild her life.
These apples look wonderful,
Together,
Sunny.
they brought the stolen apples back to the farm, restoring what had been taken.
Team.
The once ruined harvest was now whole again, and the market was able to receive the fruits that Sunny had promised. But the most important change wasn't the apples.
It's all right, little one.
It was the lesson
Don't you
learned.
worry now.
Compassion,
I'm here.
not anger, was what saved the day. Sunny understood that sometimes people made mistakes out of desperation, and that kindness could heal wounds that punishment couldn't. As Sunny drove his tractor back into the fields, he smiled. The farm was bustling with activity again, and there was peace in the air. The apples were plenty, the thief was forgiven, and a new beginning had sprouted from the roots of hardship. The harvest was more than just fruit. It was a reminder that when the world felt broken, there was always room for second chances.